higher learning is a business at a child's expense. It's not here to really make the kid better. It's to get the money. Like, bro, look at what's happening right now with COVID and how these schools are charging kids for a lesser of education at the same exact price. Did they give them any money off? There's no way anybody in the higher ups of a university is sitting there and is like, yeah, like a Zoom call is definitely the same value of attention to the student as them sitting in this classroom. Do you know how much fucking money a college is saving by not turning those lights on every time those kids don't have to come to class, but they're still collecting the same fucking check? That's my point exactly. It is a business at a child's expense, bro. It's just like, bro, anybody can do whatever the fuck they want, right? But I'm telling you, 9.9% of all people, and no offense to them, is gonna take the easiest path. That's it. That's human nature. We're gonna take the path of least resistance. Because especially at that age, you don't want to deal with anything. You don't want to deal with pain. Bro, if you come from a small town, your horizons are not expanded enough to know what pain is on a large scale. And odds are, bro, people that I knew grew up, probably like you, like, bro, the amount of pain they went through, they're like, I don't want to deal with any of this. I will go sign this so I don't have to sit here anymore. That's the trap. Now, I don't know the solution, but it sure as hell isn't charging kids fucking $60,000 a year. Now again, they're charging you more because they redid the fucking dorms or they redid an auditorium that aren't being used right now, but they're charging the kids the same. Like, bro, these schools are coming up right now. These schools are making money off of kids. I know how it was and how small-minded a high schooler is. Like, the world's small, bro. Like, especially if you're from a small town. Especially if you're from an area that you're like, yo, like, I don't really know what my ceiling is. I've been told, what have you been told? You know what I mean? Like, who told you could be more? Who gave you other options? And that's not fault to you, that's not fault to you. But like, the whole thing I'm saying is like, bro, everybody has options. And sometimes they're not the easy option. So it's like, yeah, like, you can justify it. I hope you justify your decision. I hope you justify your decision. Like, I never fold on a decision. I'll justify every single one of them. I can't say they're right. That's in God's hands. Like, did I take the right one? Whatever, but we'll make it, right? But a lot of these kids, bro, like, they don't know what they're getting into. They genuinely don't know what they're getting into. I'm a college dropout that people deem successful. Think about how free-spirited a high school graduate is. The world's in front of them, like, I could be anything, I could do anything, I want to do this, right? And then think of that free spirit on the other side of a 4-year degree. The trap is whenever you've leveraged. The trap comes when you have leveraged 4 years of your life and arguably at minimum 6 figures. Now what are you going to do? You leveraged your money in future for a piece of paper. If you want to do something that piece of paper doesn't fit, you can still do it, but it's going to be a very difficult path. And now that piece of paper isn't going to earn you what you need to pay back those loans. I'm 31 and school is exactly where I left it. Up on the bluff. Did it go anywhere? Could I go back at any point in time? Could I go leverage my life and go take out loans and hire my education? Did I? Or now I have a clear-eye lens and I know exactly where I'm going to school because I went out to the real world and experienced it and I actually found a passion based on experience instead of me putting something in my mind being like, oh wow, I really want to do. You don't know what you want to do. What have you experienced? You were in high school, you were sheltered. Or you really do know what you want to do and you don't need school to go do it because your passion's already where it needs to be for you to be successful. When you go and you get a degree, bro, you are literally taking your money, getting a piece of paper that says that I'm really good at taking direction and being told what I need to do to better your company. Because I signed my life away for 6 figures to be told what I need to do for me to learn. Instead of giving student loans to kids, give them low interest grants and or loans, right? Give them a grant. If they can deem themselves successful for 2 years, right? Then you can say, okay, it's a true grant. It's been abolished. You don't need to repay this, right? But if they don't go and turn a business with that 15K, then they're liable on 15K. What's 15K, bro? I mean, in all honesty, if you could go, you could pay 15K back on a minimum wage. I know dudes that paid back 15K quick. Making $14 an hour. It's not minimum wage, but I'm just saying, if you're able to go work, bro, you're able to climb yourself out of minimum wage. Now, will most kids do that? No, because it's scarier than it is signing your life away for 30. The thing, all right, let me backtrack, right? Have you ever held $30,000 in your hands for school? Did you cross-reference what you could do with $30,000 in a year? Probably not. So that's the trap. That's what I'm trying to say, bro, is like, you don't have enough exposure to life, to finances, like you said. Do you understand credit? Like, do you understand enough to go and assume this kind of debt to make yourself better? Or does it make more sense to have the initiative to just go make yourself better? Because I know I learned 1,000 times more by myself the way I needed to learn, in the timeline I needed to learn to do what I wanted to do. I didn't have to go to school to learn basket weaving because I needed 3 electives to fill a fucking schedule. When it's my choice to give you money to come here and you tell me what I need to do for my betterment, no thanks. It's not specified. Now, I'm all for furthering your education, but I don't care. I don't want to be a well-rounded student, right? I want to master one kick 10,000 fucking times. Tell me how going to a graphic arts class, being a psych major, is going to help me be mastering my 10,000. It doesn't. Everything has to correlate, and higher education right now is a higher business. That is all it is, bro, and the kids are the epicenter of it. And it's frustrating. Now, I'm not saying, it goes back to what I said. All kids can't go out and buy the entrepreneur pill and take it and be successful. It's not possible, right? Because I think I'm pretty good at it, but I've failed so many times, and I've had my sittings in the corner feeling bad for myself like everybody else. But I got up and I got back to it. Now, the kid that has that degree, he gets up and he trades what his dream is for the sake of being like, this is just too hard. But you need the degree to do that. Do you? Not really, bro. Like, I know my little brother's the prime example. My little brother is 19 years old making $40 an hour right now. $40 an hour. And you want to complain? Like, dude, he had a worse life than most people I've ever met. No excuses. Just got his first apartment, got 2 cars, got an LLC. Like, so now I look at it and now again, the lens that you put doesn't fit everybody. So you have to understand that no 2 people are alike, but at the same time, if you can instill within somebody enough faith in themselves, bro, like, what do you need school for? That's the trap, I'm telling you, because when you come out of school, bro, and you get your first job and you realize you only have to pay back, I don't know, $250 a month, and you're like, oh wow, like I have $2,200 left, and then you go and you get, they say rule of thumb is your rent should be 1 week's income, so you're like, okay, cool, I make, I don't know, $700 a week, okay, cool, now there's another one. What I say you pay back, that's $1,400 gone, so now you have, whatever, $1,400 in disposable income. Oh, dude, like I really want a 3 Series, I want I don't know, a Mercedes or a new car, whatever, bro, and then you go leverage a $500 payment. But bro, you have $900 left to savings now. Now you are trapped because you just lost all of your leverage. You have to stay at the job that you think you like. You got to know damn well that you like this thing. You know, be paid. Like, every kid wants to rush this thing. And again, it's a societal norm. Like, you have corporations telling kids, go to school, get the job, get the car, get the place. Their life is short. Yeah, it's real short. But you don't want to be going through it with 20, 30, 40,000 on your head while you only can save $300-400 a month. Like, bro, those numbers don't add up. Now, the saddest thing that I say is, if you go on Google, bro, like, you can live cast a college classroom right now for free. The only difference is it's not accredited through the school, but it's the same lecture. So I can sit in on every single lecture, right, of whatever class, maybe after it's put on to YouTube or whatever. I'm sure they're out there because I've taken classes myself that were free. You sign up, you take seminars, so on and so forth, and they'll simulcast or they'll cast it, put it out there right after. So now if I can retain the same information that he spent $30,000 a year on and mine was free, the only difference is he got a piece of paper and I don't. The difference is I can take that and I can do with it what I want, and I don't have to prove to somebody that I have a piece of paper, because the moment they had that piece of paper, it's like, okay, I know where to put you. Now, a lot of free thinkers in the past, what they did is they acquired that knowledge, right? They knew they had a bigger goal. They acquire that knowledge, they go, apply it, they learn a business, right? Whether it be a large corporation, a small business, whatever, they learn the ins and the outs of the business. This is something that I wish I did. right? I wish that I went and took time and learned retail from the jump, right? But I didn't need school for that. I need hands-on, right? So now if I did that, I get the degree, I go there, I get my hands-on training, right? I learn the intricacies of running a business from top to bottom, right? I pick out certain facets of that business that I love. Okay, cool, I'm 5 years in. I didn't lose my leverage on a car or stupid things like that. I probably paid back most of my student loans. I might have $50K in savings, which means I could go get a small business loan for probably at least 30, which means I got 80 to start. If it's a service run business, you don't have a lot of moving parts in regards to overhead, go hustle now. And I've seen a lot of people go do that and become millionaires based off of taking that path, which I do condone it. But a lot of kids don't have enough. Like you said, they don't know what they want to do. So if you don't know what you want to do, why sign right here? Like, why are you signing your life to all this money? You don't know what you're going to apply with it. Everything's paid for because you took that loan. You don't know real life. College is really good to network, right? Because guess what, bro? There's 40,000 people on campus. Bump into somebody. Cool, yeah, you learn that. Right, now, negate those 4 years and apply everything you're doing now in that same time frame. I guarantee you'll be about 8 years ahead of where you are right now. Because if you think about it, bro, like, I didn't do this for a living. I did insurance. So under that same mindset, bro, like, it's incorrect for me. For me, now again, I go back where, like, every person is different. I have a high motor, I'm highly ambitious, and I don't make fucking excuses. Because if I fail, I failed on my own accord. Okay, that's a grown man thing. I made a mistake, I'll get back up, I'll correct it. Like, dude, did you learn how to put an LLC together? Did you actually learn how to build your business in school? Nothing that actually applies to what you're doing came from school except individual growth, which goes back to what I was trying to say. At 18 to 22, you're gonna grow anyway. So yes, but I look at it as okay, dude, you know, you put yourself in debt for a pause to grow and minimize your responsibilities to maximize your growth, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But kids need to be aware of that. It's like, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, you're going to be a CEO, you're going to be a CEO. Well, then I'm left with nobody. But guess what? Maybe you're a CEO and you're a CEO. And then there's two people that replace you, and that's fine. I'm all for that. But I'm not out here saying that there's not people that are okay having $500 a month of disposable income with a 3 series and a college degree. They can be perfectly happy. It's just not my life. That's not the life I work for. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to know my ceiling at 24. I didn't want to learn my ceiling at 30. You know what I mean? Like, I truly believe I don't have a ceiling. So it's a different mindset. But that mindset came from not being in a conformist setting where it's like, you're learning this to go do this in a work setting. Like, life is life. If you start to box it and say, I'm at work or I'm here, it's like, bro, everything kind of moves together. So it's easy to segregate things and I don't know, look at them in this small facet, but they all work together. I think college is kind of like the opposite. It teaches you to say, okay, you have work and then you have life.